Can't answer this right. I'm just going to say, because there's a lot of questions about what are your plans for next year. We have an opportunity arise. Us making the opportunity, by the way, not someone else giving us an opportunity. This is us creating ourselves an opportunity for our lives to change drastically next year. And I'm not going into much detail because we're still weighing up whether we're going to do this or not.
It's more than likely that we are going to do
this.
It's
more than likely that we're going to do it.
But
if we do it, then it is a drastic. Like, I'm not just saying that. It's drastic. Which is why we're spending so long debating it. And we've been spending about 6 months at least. Maybe even a year. But at least 6 months seriously considering doing this.
I think it was like turkey time that this at first
May.
became
we went turkey
on the
May.
card.
Approximately 18 months ago, the Inghams set their stall out to possibly move to Dubai. And they did things like have secret family meetings, boardroom meetings, if you will, in order to talk about the potential for them to move to Dubai, as you can see here.
Right, guys. So we just sat down. I am supposed to be cracking on, but we're having a bit of a chat now. We're having a bit of a family chat about our 2-year plan. We've decided. Everyone's getting involved. Everyone's like getting involved. And I'm not going to include the footage, but Esme did just point out, why don't we ever film things like this? It'd be so cool to look back on. Because we never film like our serious, like we film...
When we've actually done these plans.
When we've done the plans, it'd be cool to look back on as like actually in the process, when it was just ideas or thoughts and then watching it come to life, so...
Eventually, in May of 2024, they finally made the actual move across to Dubai, which is in the United Arab Emirates. Sarah, talking to you. Right. They moved to Dubai, they upped sticks, left their UK home, and went to further afield to the very up-and-coming area and tax evasion.
Absolutely crazy. Right, we're just heading over to the gate, and I'm going to give you guys a clue. So, we are travelling today on the biggest passenger aircraft in the world from Gatwick Airport. So, we're travelling on the biggest passenger aircraft in the world today. Oh, and I'm not nervous at all. Right. Here she is. Woo! Okay guys, so it's time to tell you all where we're going, because we're about to go get on the plane. So we're going to... We are going to Dubai, but
it's not the end of it.
That's not the end of it. That's not all. There's a catch. Right, let's go get on the biggest plane in the world. I'm so scared. Let's go.
So they arrived in Dubai in one of the hottest times of the entire year over there, because obviously why would you move to a hot country in the cooler months? You'd want to be there in the absolute scorching, sweltering heat.
What's up everybody, good morning and welcome to our first morning waking up in our new home in Dubai.
So, I don't even know where to start. Right, I am going to start by saying actually that I know there's going to be hundreds of questions. I know there's going to be so many. What about your home in the UK? Are you never coming back? What about your pets? What about that? There's going to be so many questions, and we...
Initially, things were going really well. They set up their home in their rental apartment or a rental villa or whatever it was originally, and that was going to be their home for the next few months or so.
Its own swimming pool. So yeah, we're going to go, and ours is literally behind our house. So just behind the wall here, there's like an area, and then the pool's there. so it's very close, which is ideal. There's each subdivision's also got its own outdoor gym, its own park, its own like picnic area, and yeah, it's really, really cool. Like, I feel so lucky to be here, and I'm just excited to look around different homes, because obviously the one we've got now is not the one. We do actually have this rented for 3 months, but I don't think we're going to stay here for the full 3 months.
But enough of that rental malarkey. They finally found their perfect dream home, and it was a Lego set of a house, obviously, but it was also a rental, by the way. It wasn't purchasing. Why would you want to buy a place in your new permanent residency? It was a rental property which they were leasing for a period of initially 1 year.
But yeah, it's coming along really nice. I'm going to explain about how you move in somewhere here and how it was like. We might be moving in today, we might not be, but I'll do all that in a little bit because there's a lot going on here and there's a lot of interruptions. So I'll explain that properly when we get home. I think we'll probably officially be moving like tomorrow or Monday, right? Monday probably. Monday, yeah. Right, Esme, where are you having it?
Could we swap this mirror for this one, please?
नीचे height पे.
Perfect. Right, ignore the reflection. When
And it was all exciting times, right? They were doing so well. They were, they'd moved all that way across to Dubai, and they found their dream house, and they'd moved in. They got the keys. They were moving all the furniture in. They were moving into this amazing house. And along with it, they were getting exciting things. Isabel got her very first bank account at the age of 19 years of age. It was so exciting. Poor little Isabel had not been privy to her own bank account prior to that in the UK, but she had to get one as part of the residency permit requirements over there in Dubai. So she got one of those, and she could not be happier.
3 weeks and we're all done. Got the house. Job's a good one. Ooh! Not even my bank is set up yet. Dad did that as a priority. Yep. Because Isabel's going out on Monday with some friends. So he set that up for her because she wants to have her own bank account and her own money and things to spend while she's out. And it's arrived. That was such a good service.
Upstairs.
Is that your bank? What is that?
It's my
Bank account checkbook.
Yeah.
All in a little box.
Yeah, it's really cute. My mum.
And it arrived so fast.
Yeah, it did.
Like it's so quick here. But I'm gonna go unbox it.
When you unbox it, bring it down and show me how to see it.
I will.
But as part of the residency permit moving extravaganza, bonanza, there was so much more to it than that. There were things like medicals that they had to bypass, which I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that Chris managed to actually get through them. But apparently he did, and they managed to get their permit, their residency permit, after taking all these medicals, etc, etc.
When you fly out to Dubai and you're going to live there on a visa, you can't just go there. You can't just rent a house from the UK and just like move directly into it. There's steps that you have to go through first. You have to physically become a UAE resident, like a resident of Dubai, an official legal resident of Dubai, before you can rent a home or buy a home or rent any type of long-term accommodation. The only thing you can do before that stage is rent a holiday home or stay in a hotel. So basically, usually what has to happen is you will get your e-visa, you'll fly out to Dubai, you'll validate it as you come to immigration, and then you will go and stay in a hotel for the first month whilst all of your official documents are being processed and your residence IDs are being approved and issued. Once your residence IDs have been approved and issued, then you can go and rent a house like a normal tenant, or buy a home like a normal buyer. You're officially a resident of Dubai, of the UAE, and you can go and rent a home long term anywhere in the UAE on your residence ID. But first of all, you need to get that. So the process for us was we arrived in immigration, we arrived in Dubai, and we entered on our e-visas, the children on their 30-day tourist visas, and we stayed. We pre-booked for 3 months to stay in a holiday home villa, which is what we did. We went to a holiday home villa, And then the plan is within the first month of that to get everything squared off legally so that we're officially residents and we're allowed to be here and live here long term. And then find a home to live in the last 2 months long term, which is basically what we did, although ours happened a lot quicker than that, which was amazing. But we wanted to give ourselves at least 3 months in a holiday home so that we had loads of time, especially to be able to find a house. We didn't realise how easy it would be to find a house and how quick. Mostly down to our realtor being an absolute legend, but we'll come to that in a minute. So arriving at our holiday home, we've scanned our e-visas. The next stage is for Sarah, myself and Isabel, the over 18s in the family, to have a medical. So when you arrive in Dubai, the only way you can be granted a legal residency to live here full time is if you are willing to go through a medical and you pass the medical. Now the things, I'm not sure on everything that they're screening for, but they are 100% screening for tuberculosis. They're screening for HIV and AIDS and sexually transmitted infections. And then you have to have that's a blood test, and then you have to have a chest x-ray as well. I think that's for the tuberculosis element of it. So as long as you're clear of all those things, you are classed as a pass, and your residency application can move on to the next stage. So when we arrived, it was within a day. We had 1 day here all to ourselves, and then the next day we got picked up in a very nice car by the company that's handling all the stuff for us. They drive you to your medical appointment, you do your medical, and then they drive you back to your residence, and then you find out the results within 24 hours. I don't know what the process is if you fail the medical, but I know that you can't be granted a residency if you've got any of those things wrong with you. So if you have HIV, AIDS, and tuberculosis, there's some instances where they'll treat you in hospital here and then review, and then maybe you'll get a provisional residency granted for a short period of time. I don't know for definite, so if I'm talking rubbish then just don't jump on me, but I'm pretty sure that you can't get a residency if that is the case. So that's why they screen for it. So obviously we passed ours, we had no issues obviously.
Is it like a version on the healthcare system then?
I don't know, sweetheart. I don't know the honest reason, to be honest. But obviously we got our results back very quickly within 6 hours, and which was great. We didn't have to even wait 24. So our residency was, at that point, your residency is approved and you are signed, sealed, done a resident of the UAE, and you can travel between all the different United Arab Emirates as a citizen, and that's for 2 years initially. The next stage in the process is you have to go and have your biometrics done, which is basically an appointment where this company that we instructed to do all of this for us, they came and picked us up again in a limo, and we went to the biometrics appointment, and you go in and you have your fingerprints taken and your photograph taken. Once that's done, your Emirates ID, which is your residence card, which you use for everything here, literally everything. So if you're taking out a mobile phone contract, you're buying a car, you're taking out finance, a credit card, a loan, whatever it is, it's all done on your Emirates ID. And whenever someone brings you like a package or something that needs signing for, you slot your Emirates ID into the little scanner thing they've got there, and you use your thumbprint or fingerprint, whichever finger it asks for, to approve it. It's a really good, efficient system. But once you've got that, you're an official resident, you're done. And then at that stage, your dependents' visas can start to be processed. So our children's visas here couldn't even start to be processed until we were official residents, signed, sealed. So once that happened, which was within about a week of us being here, that's when all of their visas are going to start processing. And theirs all processed again really quickly. We had all of theirs back and all of their Emirates IDs back within about another week after then. They don't have to do the medical, they don't have to do the biometrics or anything like that. They just have to do like a passport photograph and an application form, basically. And we sponsor them as our dependents to be here living with us, basically. So whilst we own a business here, we are entitled to be here, and I can basically, as the business owner, sponsor other people to live here with me, my dependents, which is basically how that works. So the children get visas here because I'm here because of our business that we own here. So if that makes sense. And that's the bare basic bones of how you get here. Once everyone's got a visa and you're here, visas last here for 2 years, and then after 2 years you have another medical to make sure that you're still healthy, etc., and then you can extend it for another 2 years, and then eventually you can get what's called a golden visa, which is a 10-year visa. All dependent on whether you buy property here, how well your business is doing, things like that. So it's a really, really good system, and it is pretty easy to get here. Once you find the right people to take care of all the little bits for you, it's fairly straightforward. All of the appointments that you get taken to, you get picked up and dropped off for. They're very quick, very efficient, and very professional. And my medical was like injection in my arm for the blood, chest x-ray immediately afterwards. I was in and out within like 6 minutes, literally. It was very, very fast.
So there was an awful lot that they had to go through, and the poor souls, they went through it. They were taken through the mill. You know, they had to go through all the appointments and be run here, there and everywhere to the medicals and all sorts. And also the biometrics, you know, keeping them in the matrix completely despite Chrissy's disdain for such a thing. But for the next 3 months or so, they spent their time wisely in the pools and malls of Dubai. You know, pool, mall. That's basically what they did for the next few months, which was so exciting, you know. Yeah, more like a massive long holiday than an actual move or anything like that, wasn't it? But they enjoyed it, and that's the main thing, isn't it? As long as they enjoyed themselves, that is all that one could ask, right? I, for one, cannot be happier for them. Anyway, after 3 months or so, just a little bit less, I would say, than 3 months, they decided that they'd had enough of the sun and everything. They'd had enough of the entertainment. It was a little bit, you know, samey sort of thing. So they decided that they were going to leave and go back to the UK for a little bit, you know, because why not? When you come on Emirates flights, they do like really cute little extra touches. Yes, we do. However, after a couple of months back in the UK and, you know, soaking in the atmosphere, important business took them back to the UAE, to Dubai, back to home, in fact, back home, right? They had to spend Halloween in Dubai, and I think the biggest reason they went back there was because their friends, the Radfords, were going there, and they needed to host a dinner party with their friends. That's why they went back there. Anyway, they went back there for the period of 10 full days, which was very exciting.
Let's rewind back to 2018 right now, which is probably the last time that we ever did this. Surprise destination reveal at the airport. The girls have no idea where we're going right now. Do you girls? Do you know where we're going? Anyone got any idea where we're going right now?
No.
So I'm about to tell them. Last chance to comment down below where we might be going. Last chance, guys. Comment down below.
You basically just said where it is, you idiot.
Girls. We're going to back home to our house in Dubai. For Halloween. We're going back to Dubai for Halloween. Going back to Dubai for Halloween. Gonna be back in a few hours. House on a palm do busily. Got little Ted. Where's she gone? Do busily.
We're going back home to Dubai!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Obviously, we were only joking about the girls not knowing where we're going.
We just
thought
wanted to recreate memories.
Yeah, we thought we'd bring back some 2018 vibes. This is probably the last time we did a surprise destination reveal at the airport. Probably when we were going to New York.
Yeah, I think it was
Maybe?
2019.
No, 2018. February 2018.
Come on, girl.
But our gate just opened. We're about to go get on our Emirates flight all the way back to.
That was last. This is the Dubai music.
Yeah, that is the Dubai music.
That is the Dubai music.
So after 10 days back in Dubai, they've now left Dubai and haven't been seen since. So their new friends, their best friends that they've met over there, all of the girls and the kids over there, they've met, you know, some friends, have been out to malls and stuff, allegedly, and they haven't been back since, which is a shame, you know, after you've made friends and things like that, you'd want to go back there, wouldn't you? But apparently they haven't. And so far they've spent approximately, obviously give or take, because we can't know exactly how many days, but approximately 88 days in Dubai. That's how many days they've spent. But do you know how many days they're supposed to spend in Dubai in a 12-month period in order to retain their tax residency status? Ooh, awkward, isn't it? 183 days. That's how many days you're supposed to spend there. And they've only got, what, 3 months left. They need to spend another 95 days in Dubai, living there, actually physically there, in the next 3 months. There's not enough days left, is there? There's not. I feel like there's not enough days left in order for them to retain tax residency, right? Which is fortunate. It's fortunate because it's come to my attention that their house in Dubai, the one that they're renting, has recently gone up on the market and is actually now for sale. So, you know, it could be a bit awkward if they went back there now and found out that all their possessions have been chucked on the street. So 1.9 million dirham that is available for. That's a pretty penny, isn't it, Christopher? That's over £400,000 in actual fact. So get your wallet out, Chris, isn't it? Of course, they could actually move to another property once they're there, because this is only a lease, isn't it? It's only a 1-year lease, which runs out in around about May, June time. So you know. It's not looking good, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Apart from anything else, they need to spend, as I said, 183 days in Dubai in order to keep their tax residency. It's not looking likely, so it's looking likely that they're actually going to go home also, or rather they're going to not go back to Dubai. Also, Sarah has confirmed that they're going to be in the UK in July, which seems a bit of an odd thing to do, going home to Dubai and then they're going to fly back to the UK back in July. So everything's pointing towards them not actually ever going back to Dubai, although Sarah did say at the end of last year that they were going to spend most of this year in Dubai. So far it's about 3 months in and they haven't even set foot back in Dubai yet, and they're going to be in the UK in July, and it looks like their house is not available anymore. Everything is just not going in the right direction for them, isn't it? It's a sad state of affairs because they were so excited, as you can see at the beginning of this video, and they were so excited about moving to Dubai on a permanent basis, not at all a holiday at all, and then spending 3 months of the year over there. Which I find incredible. Anyway, how do you find it? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this situation. Is this a flop, much like Chris of a night time? Is it has it been a success? Do you reckon that they only ever intended to stay there for 3 months? Do you reckon that they decided that it wasn't for them and they can't well, they're trying to save face. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And until next time, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care of yourselves and bye-bye.
It's just a really cool place to live. And I would highly recommend it for anybody that is even considering it, to 100% go for it with all your heart, because you will not regret it. We have never met anyone yet so far that has said that they regretted it and wanted to go home. The only thing that everyone keeps saying to us is, why are you still keeping your house in the UK? Because you will be selling that within the next 2 years and you won't look back.